Hey guys, it's time for another 6x6 prep video, and I'm very excited that this is the last set of 5 sketches out of the 20. I believe that I am behind because I think the current week is this one. So I have to do this one and this one to kind of catch up if I, to catch up. I don't have to catch up, but if I want to get back with like the live posting on the group, and then the last 3. So this one is sketch 16. So I've got photos from gingerbread houses, and so I've used this before in one of the previous sketches, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it again and just kind of lean towards more of like the gingerbread guys and, the tone on tones. You guys know I like a good basic. I'm probably going to end up with a lot of my doodlebug pads being like stuff like this at the end. So there is that. For number 17, I've got photos from a Mickey Mouse birthday themed party. So I think this is the only 6x6 pad I have that's quote-unquote like Disney. It doesn't need to be Disney, and I actually don't like the red, yellow, and black motif for Disney, but that was their color scheme for the party, so it ends up being great. I have a bunch more of stuff that goes with this because I've already used this in a video for my son's cake smash. I'll post a link below where you can find that, and in fact I even have like a bunch of these from the template that I made and cut out. So this is just a jumping off point and a reminder for me to kind of go back in my stash and get the rest of the stuff that goes with this. And then for number 18, this is probably the one that I'm most excited for, but it's also like this Frankenstein concoction in my brain of what I want to do with a lot of like scene building type stuff. And here's a little preview of what I'm thinking. But if you have the sketches and you look at sketch number 18, you're probably thinking like, is she losing her mind? But I think it's gonna work, or I hope it's gonna work. And then sketch number 19, I have a bunch of selfies that I took as I was leaving the Scrapbook Generation Create like mega crop in 2018, which I think was the first one that they did. So I have a bunch of selfies that I took with the group that I was with that I want to do for this one, but I didn't really have a 6x6 pad that was like instantly connecting with me. I did have these that I bought while I was there, and this purple glitter paper to make my own diggers that I also bought there because it was like a lot of purple involved in our specific group. The actual Scrapbook Generation girls were doing like black and like rainbow. So I think that because it's just a bunch of strips, I'm going to take some stuff from here, I'm going to take some stuff from here, and then I might make my own patterns if I need to. We'll see. So this is all I've pulled so far. I have in mind maybe some stamps and maybe some dies, because maybe instead of doing the florals, I'll do like the scissors and stuff like on the other scrapbook related one that I did before, which I weirdly enjoyed making those die cuts. And then for number 20, again, I have a plan, especially with these circles, but I'm not as excited about this one as I am about this one. So I'm going to hope that I can kind of make this work. And so this was an indoor water park. So I kind of just went with anything that was water themed. But a lot of these are like beach themed, but I don't really care because I'm looking at things like the B-sides and the basic colors around it. So like I like the colors in this one even though we're not at the beach. So I'm just going to kind of be picky and choosy. This was another one. This is completely like ocean themed, but the B-sides I think are going to work. And then this one I saw too, just the colors. Like this is not summer, it's not water themed, but things like this one and this one and this one and this one are just like, they may work. same thing with this. You wouldn't think, okay, carnival themed, like October afternoon for a water layout, but things like this match the colors in the other things. And there was a couple other ones in here that I was kind of drawn. There's a nice green tone on tone in here, an orange stripe. Like, I'm looking at more of the back. Like, October Afternoon has some crazy patterns, but if you look at the back of a lot of them, they're good. Like, who knew that this white wood grain was in here based on looking at the front of this? So that is sort of my loose plan. Again, this is not by all means like written in stone. I have to use this or I have to use this. This is just a jumping off point, because a lot of times when I'm looking at the sketch and I'm printing my photos, ideas are kind of coming to mind. So I start making notes on Post-its, and I start thinking about pads. I start thinking about dies. I start thinking about what are things that I want to do when I go to do these layouts, because my memory sucks, and so this works for me. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys here. Again, this is the last 5 sketches for the 20, and I'm going to be pretty proud of myself if I make it through all 20 of them without giving up and not being like super far behind. So I will catch you guys later.